side when we ride. West side, west side, west side when we ride. West side, west side, west side when we ride. Reppin the West Coast, reppin the West Coast. 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 Yeah, West Side hustler, West Coast acolyte, standing animated where we scrapping, fight, get it poppin' like some dynamite. Take a look in my eyes and realize I ain't scared to die. Break $100 bills like I break ribs. 10 toes on the concrete, find out what it is. My boys converge on your GPS coordinates and get bombed on with high caliber ordnance. In other words, I'll put the ammunition on your position with the highest of precision when it's striking distance. Homie, I'm with the business, with the visions of multiplying my digits, cause I'm in it to win it here. It's Grimm, greedy motherfucker, get it clear. And you can find my fingerprints far and near. Making smart moves, react with no fear. My rhymes are timeless, like being born without a year. Reppin the West Coast, reppin the West Coast. 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 Street intellectual, microphone terrorist. I need stool softener, cause I lay the hardest shit. No arguments about my expertise, marksmanship that digest the opposition when I target them. Urban inhabitant, mind frame militant. The Dillinger contradicts statistics of death or prison. Continue to fight the righteous fight. I chose my own path, so I pilot my own flight. Chronic in the air lets me break the laws of physics. Remaining lifted and gifted with superb linguistic. Dispense ballistics with lyrical fitness, leaving you twisted like sour diesel and swishes. Make the streets bleed with unique technique. There's a million rappers out, but none like me. Born to be a rebel, spawned in the ghetto, and I spit hot like I French kissed the devil. Reppin the West Coast, reppin the West Coast. 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 Ready for the action, syndicate's my faction. Get too close and get slashed like a fraction. The Hispanic Albantan that causes the panic. Californian savages damage anything standing. Drinking 91 high octane, spit blue flame. Cremating torsos and frames that stand in the way. Take a step and get neutralized. Why? It's the West Side when we mobilize and ride. Skinny jean motherfuckers get sprayed with pesticides, cause them guys swear that they fly. But I'm classic, smoke a joint and pass it. I'm a motherfucking hustler if anyone asking, cause I'm a sophisticated money chaser. Keep the heart of the West alive like a pacemaker. The West been on the map, check our stash. And that's the truth, no polygraphs. Reppin the West Coast, reppin the West Coast. 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 Yeah, you already know what time it is. West Coast, stand up, cause we ain't going nowhere. Get used to that shit. It's Grimm, greedy motherfuckers. With my boy Casual on the talk box, G-Dogg on the beat, and this ain't none but heat.